Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, today was a good mail day. Got a couple good catalogs and such. Just did a video of a walkthrough on Pipes and Cigars catalog, and I got the Cold Steel one here, so I thought, what the hell? Might as well open it up and look at a couple things and talk about a couple things. I'm going to do this fairly quickly. I'm not going to focus on the old stuff. Just want to show a couple new things, maybe talk about some things I might be interested in. But anyway, here is the new Special Projects catalog from Cold Steel. This is number 46, 2015. So, first thing you see here is the code 4. There's a good blow up of it. If you haven't seen the Triad Lock before, this is how it works, how it functions. It's very badass. The key is all in that one little pin. It really does make that much of a difference. It is a super strong lock. The only setback that I would say is that it's harder to push in. So I don't know if you have an issue with your thumb, maybe a medical condition, or you just have a weak thumb, or just don't want to have to push so hard. That's the only thing that you might not like about it. But here it is across the board. Badass. And guess what? New, they're using the Cts Xhp steel on these, which I am becoming a huge fan of. So that is even more badass. So if you're on the fence about the code 4, jump over to the side where you buy one, because they're super freaking cool, and that steel upgrade is awesome. But you're also looking at $108 for their catalog, so I don't know what street price might be, maybe 70 bucks, 80 bucks. But I don't know, with that steel jump, I might even get another one. You know what I mean? I have this clip point style, but I might go for the spear point in this new steel. It is just seriously badass. So anyway, these are badass as well. Okay, I like I've always been a fan of Karambits. Might have to try their Karambit here, as well as, look at this. We all know what that looks like. This is the Black Talon 2, another knife I'm going to have to eventually get. This is also in Cts Xhp. Hot damn. Hot damn. The question is, plain edge or serrations? I don't know. Depends on what you're going to be using it for. Yeah. We all know that, I can go ahead and say it since it's on everyone's mind, that's Cold Steel's version of the Civilian. But it's pretty badass, and I think I want to try that in the future. The Swift, looks cool. Looks cool. Take it or leave it, though. Nothing particularly standing out. This, however, does stand out. The 4 Max. This thing looks pretty friggin' cool. This one's in CPM 20 CV. I just like that design. It looks comfortable. Like that big finger choil with the guard, blade style, very functional looking EDC style knife. Also different pocket clips. Isn't that on the other ones too? Yeah, look at this. They got some different pocket clip. Am I out of the loop? I haven't seen these before. Damn, Jeff's out of the loop with the pocket clips. No, that's the old school clip right there. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I gotta try those new clips. Well, with this looks like a pretty smooth. I'm assuming it's like a G10, but it looks pretty smooth, so I don't think there'll be any issues with it over gripping. Nothing new with those, nothing new here, even though they're badass. The Recons are always badass, don't need to talk about them. AK-47. People always ask me to get an AK-47 for review. I think they're really cool. I just, I never had one, so if I ever get one, I will review it for you guys. The Tie Lights, big fan of, but not for like EDC purpose. What is this? The Ultimate Hunter. I don't think that's new. Maybe it's just a... Didn't they make that in a different color before? I don't remember. I don't know. I love the Voyager line. I always have. I like the look of the old Voyagers way more. And I used to love this when this was the Vaquero. Now it just seems like it's another model of Voyager. But back when that was the Vaquero, that was badass. I remember when I got that knife. It was my first like huge folder back in the day. The Cold Steel Vaquero. That's when I also got a Land Sea rescue knife from Cold Steel. They don't make those anymore. And what else? I don't know, there's a bunch of them. This looks pretty cool. The Lucky. That's a really interesting little gentleman's folder there. You got that full serrated blade. I don't know, that looks pretty badass, to be honest. Got some carbon fiber scales. What steel we got on here? Oh, Cts Xhp. Man, I guess they're a fan of that this year. Super cool. Yeah, I might have to get one of those friggin' things. I don't know, it's stuck in my head now. I'll have to trade for that in the future. All their swords and stuff, I'll be honest, they're super freaking cool. I have no use for it though, and they're expensive because they're good quality. At least most of them apparently are. Whoa, Steven Seagal. Still looking badass. Not quite as plump. I used to date Steven Seagal movies by how fat his face got. But it looks like he's losing weight again. The Steven Seagal 10 Shin Walking Stick. Huh. What kind of design is that? Looks like the Baking Olympics. That look like a whisk to you? Anyway, yeah, Steven Seagal, I'm a fan, I have to say. Even though like a lot of his movies are corny, I'm a huge Steven Seagal fan. I'm a sucker for snapping arms, you know. Me and my dad used to friggin' love watching their movies. That could be a drinking game. Every time you watch a Steven Seagal movie, like Out for Justice, every time he snaps an arm or breaks a leg or something, you know, you got a drink. But yeah, that's pretty cool. This thing's friggin' cool. The Steven Seagal Helmet Breaker. That's really what it's called, the Helmet Breaker? I don't know. I don't know. What is that, a bottle opener? I'm assuming that's just a something to catch the blade there. Getting silly at this point. I love their swords, like I said. I think, you know, of all their swords, I might get one of their, like their broadswords, like way down in the future when, you know, I don't have to worry about bills or something, maybe when I'm like an old fogey. This is interesting. This blade shape looks exactly like the Mora, what is it, 2000? Mora 2000? Pretty cool. Peacemaker Series. Yeah, some of these are new. I mean, that particular one's new. Tiger Claw. The new version of the spikes are cool. It's pretty large. I mean, you might get away with it as a neck knife, but I think it's a little heavy and large for that. I always, you know, I really want to try these. I've seen these when they first came out, was their training guns. They're realistic size. They're just cool. They look fun. They look fun to play around with. I mean, you know, for training purposes, of course, you don't want to be playing with your guns. This one seems interesting. Wow, you know what? I really like that. This one's the Drop Forge Hunter. Looks like one piece of steel, milled out in the handles, maybe for some weight reduction. It's using a 52-100 high carbon steel. Rockwell 5859. 9.1 ounces, 4-inch blade. I don't know, it's interesting. It, you know, piques my interest. I'm a huge fan of a Bowie blade. Like this thing right here, it's sexy. It really is. If I was a girl, I'd be sliding out of my chair right now. I like stuff like that. I just don't have a particular use for it. So, you know, like I have a couple fixed blades I like using out in the woods and stuff like that. If I got something like this, I would basically just take the knives I have for that purpose, put them aside, use something like this for testing, and then eventually trade it, you know. But I still think they kick major ass. And of all these here, that's the one I want the most. I just, like I said, I'm a huge sucker for a traditional Bowie style blade. That big, extravagant clip point blade just does it for me. Absolutely love it. I did get a couple of requests to do this knife. It's basically their version of a Mora. I don't know, maybe in the future. We'll see. Never know what the future holds. Got some more stuff. Ooh, what's this? The Finn Wolf. I like it. Looks like some G10. I'm just skimming through the little blurb there on it. AUS 8A, 3.4 ounces. Looks pretty cool. Lock back. I like the grip. Looks like it'd be cozy, nice and comfy. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Throwing knives. I know they're pushing this. I subscribe to their channel. They're battle ready glasses, right? What are they called? Battle shades. And they do some crazy testing on this. If you're a sunglass person, definitely worth checking out. You know, I don't know. I don't wear sunglasses all that much. I know I Spy would have to get a pair of these, if you know what I'm talking about. Super, super nice guy. I mean, who knows, maybe Christmas rolls around, I might have to get him a pair. I know he loves his Oakleys. Some hatchets. Cool, cool. But I'm really, I mean, when I look at these catalogs, I look at everything. Like later when I go take a dump, I'll look at all these things in specific. Look at all the details and stuff. And you really didn't want to hear that. So I don't know why I even told you. What the hell is this thing? Let's see. Tiger fork. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to be on the business end of that. Someone breaks that thing out and threatens me. You know, I guess that's why you carry a gun. Let's see, some more canes to beat people with. Get through a cold steel catalog. I kind of wish I had a, you know, a bum leg for just a little while so I can carry some of those cool ass canes. I suppose you don't really need one. You could just fake it. Don't think there's anything new there in their Nightshade series. A couple new designs here. Cool, interesting. And their DVDs. I have to say, I watched his Lynn Thompson's this one, Never Unarmed. I watched that whole series. Very entertaining. So if you guys ever have the chance to buy it, or you know, I really kind of, I might trade it in the future for one of his like defensive series, like on you know, using a tomahawk for defense or something like that, just because it's interesting. Not because I'm going to carry around a tomahawk for defense, but I don't know. I find him very, very entertaining. He is a very educated guy, whether you like him or not. He knows a hell of a lot about a hell of a lot in the way of weapons and blades and stuff like that. I did have the pleasure of meeting him at Blade Show, and just really nice too. Really was down to earth and had no problem talking about knives, you know. So I appreciate that. But anyway, there you go. That's some of the new stuff. Of everything we saw right off the bat, I gotta say, if you've never tried a cold steel knife, go out and get one of their new Code 4s. Their upgraded steel. It's just, you're gonna friggin' be blown away by it. They're absolutely awesome. I love my Code 4, but you know, like I said, I have the I think the AUS 8 version is what they were using on their first ones. But anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have an awesome day. If you guys picked up any of these new things I talked about, I want to hear it down in the comments down there. Let me know about it. You know, did you get something that I want and you didn't like it? Let me know why. Did you get it and you love it? Want to make me jealous? Go ahead. I'll read the comment. Either way, I look forward to the feedback. So that's all. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.